right, welcome back to another episode of the Maple Mile Podcast. I'm Isaiah Bider.
I'm Jesse Bonsugar, and today we got an exciting guest for the pod. We did start the episode about 5 minutes in. We crashed, so
Take two.
There's that. Here we go. He previously ran at Goshen College for all of his years and came out with personal bests of 4:23 for the mile, 8:57 for the 3K, and 16:02 for the 5K. In cross country, he ran 25:15 for the 8K as well. He has continued running since graduating here, and you'll see him most days running around town. Now, he has just finished the Chicago Marathon in 2 hours and 32 minutes. My bad. He's one of the most inspirational runners in Goshen, and has 2 words simply tattooed on his chest: seek discomfort. Sal, welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me. I don't know if I'd call myself the most inspirational runner. That's a high bar, but thank you.
Hey, one of the most in Goshen, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Mimi for the pottery. We put a plant in the mug. Thank you so much. It's appreciated a ton. And also we got an announcement from our RA, Owen Tires. He just got a quick question. Would people pay $5 a month to use a sauna? Let him know. All right. Should we get into training?
Yeah. Let's jump into it. Part 2.
Yeah.
All right. So since our last episode, we've had a race. We had Great Lakes up in Grand Rapids on last Saturday. Overall, it was a very, very solid day. I was just shy of a PR. I ran 26:39, and you had a massive PR. You ran 27:24.
Correct.
Which is a big PR. So solid day. Still, the job definitely isn't finished. Overall, as a team, we were proud of each other, but we didn't quite finish where we wanted to place overall. So we definitely were not fully satisfied. So we know what we have to do at conference. So we're just locked in for that, getting ready for that. So it'll be a good day at conference. So we're just taking that confidence from Great Lakes with us, but also, just like a bad race, you can't stay caught up on a good race. Eventually you have to move on and get ready for the next one, which is why running can be a brutal sport, because you accomplish a goal and it's like, well, once Monday hits, you're back at it again. So,
yeah.
But no, training's been going really well. My legs have been feeling great lately. We just got done with a workout, like 2 hours ago, right today. We had 5x1K, at threshold, 2x800 at critical velocity pace, and then 4x400 at mile pace. And for those of you that don't know, Sal explains it a lot better than me, but threshold pace is essentially, it's how well your body is producing oxygen. How well your heart shut up. How well your heart is producing oxygen to your muscles. So it's a very, essentially, for anybody who's not like a huge runner, it's a very, very specific pace. It's a little slower than race pace, and it's just really good for building strength. So we do a lot of training at that pace, and it works really well for a lot of us. And then a critical velocity pace is,
I'd say it's faster than race pace, because we had 800s at 5:14, and my race pace was 5:31 per mile, and yours was, I want to say, in the 5:20s.
Yeah, like low 5:20s.
Yeah, low 5:20s.
Maybe even like close to 5:20. Yeah.
Yeah. So
give or take.
I would just say critical velocity is a controlled hard effort, and it's supposed to hurt, but it's still controlled. You shouldn't be falling apart.
Yeah. And then the 400s were just at mile pace, so those were pretty hard. Not, we're not dying after every rep, but our heart rate definitely should be up there a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a really good workout. And then yesterday, Monday, we had just a regular mileage, plyos, so like form drills, and then some hill sprints. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Sal, you want to dive into your training right now?
Yes, my training. So it's been like 2-3 weeks-ish since Chicago Marathon. It didn't take me too long to feel recovered afterwards. I took maybe like 4 days off, and the soreness wore off. I was like, you know what? Let me get back into running. So now I'm slowly building up. So I love indoor track races. I love them so much. I'm not like I'm not like a showstopper of a racer in those, like the mile and all that, but I love doing them. So I'm planning on doing a Notre Dame track meet in December 6th, I think it was.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna do the mile and 3K, and I'm hoping I still hit the gym. I'm starting to get back into the gym. I started to build the muscles that maybe I don't have from the marathon training, and plus I still have all that endurance that I built up
Mhm.
during my training. So I'm hoping I'm hoping I could surprise myself. Maybe even
Oh,
a
for
mile PR that I haven't set in a while.
Yeah. No, you were from the mile time trial. You were like 4:24 or something like that, and your college PR is 4:23, and so you're
Yeah.
like right
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like during marathon training too. Like the
Oh yeah, that was like a week before the Chicago
so
Marathon.
it's not like you were like specifically training for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And Goshen College will also be there, at least some of the runners. So yeah, that'll be fun to compete. Hopefully with you. So,
Oh yeah. I'm still trying to beat you guys respectfully because I see you guys as equals. But good luck.
We'll see you out there. We'll see you out
Yeah.
there.
Yep. All right. I guess we can go into my training. It's been pretty similar to Isaiah's because we've been doing about the same thing as far as like mileage and the same workout. But I'd say I'm also feeling pretty good, and my race went pretty much perfect for like the conditions were great, and I was super happy with how I raced. Although when we started off, I didn't know it was gonna be a super quick start. And so I like looked behind me and there was no one. I was in dead last.
But you moved up like drastically.
Yeah, I moved up. I crept along, but like it was just kind of like a reality check that this is competitive racing and it's tough. Like looking behind me and being like, I mean, in high school I was the number one most years for high school, and like I would go out with the front pack, but like looking behind me and seeing no one, it's like just kind of humbling. But yeah, it was exciting. Got 27-24 and I was happy with that. Big PR, got 9th overall for the team. So yeah, I'm happy, and job's not finished yet.
Right.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, should we move on to the wow, I cannot figure out your computer. All right. So, I want to say 3 years ago or
3 or 4. I was
3 or 4?
August of 2020.
2020.
August of 2020.
Okay, I'll let you describe it more, but Sal got in a car accident during a bike ride on the Pumpkin Vine.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll let you take it away.
All right, yeah. So, my official graduation year was 2021, class of 2021 in like April. I ended up actually leaving December 2021. Yeah, I took an extra cross country season. Since my senior year, cross country, I was taking a little bike ride on the Pumpkin Vine, which is like a long trail that goes all the way to Shipshewana, for those that don't know. And well, it was kind of my fault.
Oh,
It was
no.
mostly my fault. So I'm cycling, and it's like all wooded with like occasional road crossings every now and then. So and I was doing a workout in place because the men on the team at the time were also doing workouts. So you know what, I'm also gonna do a workout, but just on the bike.
Oh yeah.
It was like on off 5 minutes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm ripping on and on, coming towards the road crossing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like, I don't hear any cars. Maybe I can make it. I don't think there's anyone going. But then as I got closer, I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I'm ripping through it.
Yeah.
Like, slam the brakes. What I thought was early enough, but maybe
Mhm.
not quite. Just screeching towards into the road. Get into the road. Look to my right, and I see a car coming. Then I had enough time to look back down. Like I can visually see the car hitting the front of my bike, and then I blacked out.
Oh wow.
I got
So-
whacked in the head.
Did you get actually hit by the car? Or did it hit the bike and it propelled you?
It was like the front half of me on the bike got hit by the car,
Oh, okay.
and the back half was kind of just out.
Jeez. Holy. So what was the damage? Like,
So, it was like 3 hours later that I ended up like waking up and like realizing what happened. I was already in the hospital bed. The ambulance took me wherever, and I had lost a few teeth, broken my collarbone, broken the ribs on this side, bruised my lung, and gotten some other scars here and there.
Wow. That's actually insane to think that like you're at this top tier of running when you damaged your lung. Like, I don't know, that's kind of wild. I read somewhere in this article, I was doing some digging, like the first things you said were like something about your team. Is that right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I think this was during that time when I
okay.
blacked out. I don't know what happened there. I thought I was asleep, but
I've heard the first thing you said to Coach Rustin on the phone was like, "I'm sorry, dude."
Yeah.
I think
first
that was
thing.
after I came to. I think I do remember
Okay.
that actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny making light of a
Yeah,
hard
definitely.
situation.
Yeah.
So like, how long did it take you to like kind of recover from the car accident?
How do you mean, like?
Like, so when did you start running, or like take us through like the process of how you attack those next couple months?
Just the journey back.
Right. If I remember correctly, I think it was probably about 2 months until I started getting back into running. Leading up to that, I'd like gotten on the bike a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ended up getting a surgery to get like a little whatever to keep my collarbone together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was about 2 months in like October, maybe early November that I was able to get back into it. I still did race conference in November.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little fun. I was a little like I got to do something. I'm bored. I don't want to just
Yeah.
watch these guys do all the running and I'm just here watching.
Yeah, for sure.
These are my team. I got to be with them.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did that race go? Was it just okay, or?
I don't remember. That was
You don't
long enough
remember?
ago. I mean, I think I still placed at our team's top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I might have been like 20. I think it was like 27 low,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Dang. So for most runners, like going through an injury, even just for a week, is devastating. And
It's very tough.
yeah, so for that long, like how do you keep your mind still engaged with just knowing that there's an end in sight?
Right. So right off the bat, in my like for the first like week, 2 weeks, I was in a hospital bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking like, oh man, it's all right. I worked all these years for what?
Yeah.
I was kind of like making in my mind like worst case scenario, like, oh, I'm done running. I'm never gonna be good again. Da, 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 da. Well then, like, once I was able to get back onto campus and talk to Russ a little more, he let me borrow a book. It was like, I think it's called Rebound.
Okay.
And like I don't think I gave it back to him yet. Sorry, but
Yeah.
it was the first page. One of the first few lines is like, "So you got injured. You're not special," and that really I was like,
Dang.
"What?
Okay.
You're kind of right." So then, like the next few pages, next chapter or so, it was like going over stories about people who have gone through much worse stuff than I have, but still end up being able to stay in the sport, even compete at higher levels.
Mm-hmm.
So then kind of my motivation was like, yeah, I can bounce back from this. What? I'm Salvador Escamilla. This is my team. I'm there for my team. I can get back to this.
Yeah.
And I definitely came out like a completely different runner than I was going in.
For sure. Yeah.
Because, well, like leading up to that, I've solely been focused like, oh, I'm going to run fast. I'm going to qualify for nationals. I'm going to be an All-American.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do all these amazing, like I was like, I'm going to try to set my sights for like Olympic trials afterwards, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then afterwards, I was kind of like, you know what? I can't do that right now. Let me have fun. Let me have fun running. I got into it because I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I can get back into it. I love running. So now it's something I even carry now through my marathon training. Like I don't like I love racing. I love running. The placing, it's whatever. If I could win, I could not. I really don't care. That's like a B goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I love running.
Yeah, there's a lot of power, I think, in running when it comes to just in terms of always thinking like where you're at with others and comparing yourself to others, just taking a step back from that.
Right.
And really just focusing on yourself and reminding yourself like why you do it.
Right.
Like sometimes that can take you farther than,
Oh yeah.
oh, I got to beat this person or I got to hit this standard.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, I was running this time last year and or whatever, you know. But focusing on like you said, like I got into the sport because I truly love it.
Yeah.
that carries you farther, I think, usually for a lot of people. No matter, like, if you're a pro, collegiate runner, high school
Right.
runner, whatever. But
And then
Sure.
and then from the accident, I had to realize like I could lose it any second of the day.
exactly, yeah.
So then I could set these goals for like years down the line. Like I'm gonna be a 2 hour marathoner. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do all this stuff. Well, if tomorrow, knock on wood, if I lose the ability, then like what happens to all that? What happens to me? What happens to my mentality? What all that?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm looking at it like I'm having fun because I do this task, but I also enjoy doing other things. So then if I lose the running, like then I can. There's still stuff I enjoy. I can still have fun.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
It's not my whole. It's not my whole personality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't have all your eggs in one basket. essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, would you say that injury like totally reshaped your mentality and made you a better runner in a way, or just like a more well-rounded person?
A little bit of both.
Right.
Yeah.
I say a little bit of both. And it definitely made me a more well-rounded person, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to reprioritize some of my things. Like I ended up coming back another semester, and beforehand, I don't know if I would have been ready for like the real world type stuff.
Oh, okay.
So then I took
Mhm.
that extra summer I had, an extra semester, locked in a little more on my major, started like applying for more jobs more actively,
Mm-hmm.
working on more projects, and then I did end up getting a job like right when I graduated.
Yeah.
So that was for the better. But then with the running, I think it definitely helped with my longevity.
Oh, okay.
Like hopefully I'll be able to run forever. Hopefully
Yeah.
I'll be able to run forever
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And just going back to, like, when you're talking about how you have other things in your life going on other than just running,
Right.
and how you're more of a well-rounded person now.
Right.
I think that's also, like, critically important for runners too, because, like, we get so wrapped up in the sport
hmm
and we just forget that, like, running can be the top priority in our life, but it's also important though to have other outlets in life,
Right.
Not saying that you have to take those just as serious as you do running, but you should still take those with care
Right.
and attention. But
Yeah, for sure. Like,
yeah,
as Sal said, it can literally be taken away just like
right,
like
right, yeah,
yeah, and you gotta have something to fall back on, or at least
Yeah.
people too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, like so there's I don't know if you know who Oscar Wilde is. He's an author from Ireland, but he got this saying, like this phrase or quote. I don't remember exactly how it is verbatim, but it was like you are not a teacher, you are one who teaches. You are not an artist, you are one who does art. You are not in our case, you are not a runner, you are one who runs. So then if you can keep yourself from sculpting yourself as a runner,
Oh,
then you
okay.
can be anything as
Yeah.
not
time goes
attaching
on.
yourself to something. Yeah,
So that's something I really take. That I
Mhm.
learned. I had heard about that quote like a little, like at some point after the accident. So I was like, you know what, I like that. Let me
for
Mhm.
sure. Yeah,
delve into that.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. What are like some key things that you would, if someone's going through a big injury, what would you tell them? Yeah.
Well, I probably wouldn't tell them you're not special. I wouldn't say that. What would I tell them? Well, for me, I really do enjoy races, but I also love the process. I love the getting
Mhm.
better. When I started, because I wasn't born as like a great runner. Wasn't throwing down fast times right off the bat, but I loved the getting better. I loved looking back and being like, you know what, I did that.
Yeah.
So I would tell them like, after every week, even if it might seem you're not improving, just look back and think about like where were you like a few weeks ago? You could have been like in a hospital bed, or you could have been like 20 steps back from where you are now.
Yeah.
Being able to focus on the day by day versus the grand scale.
Yeah. So kind of chunking up your weeks instead of just looking at it from the big picture, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way, but
Coach Rustin was just kind of talking about that the other day at practice, just breaking almost like in cycles in between races, like,
Mhm.
I mean, I think all season we've had a race every 2 weeks. So just breaking it up into 2-week chunks helps a lot.
Yeah. Shout out to orange juice.
Yeah.
Orange juice.
Gotta get that sugar back in.
Right away.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
that's-
You have anything else to say about the injury or?
Anything else to
Yeah.
say about the injury? It left me some really cool scars. They kind of healed, but got little hand scars right here. I like to show them off. Makes me look a little more rugged. I got some scars here on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's healed, but I had the scar like right here.
Oh.
So a lot of times I would be like, oh, I could have lost an eye
Oh yeah.
if I hadn't like
Jeez.
looked back fast enough or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean I'm grateful that I'm not worse off.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you get to meet the person, that like the driver or no?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. It's just a random question. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on to Sal's latest race, the Chicago Marathon, a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He finished in 2 hours 32 minutes, and you have seconds. I don't remember that.
I don't
But,
remember. I don't care.
Yeah. No, beautiful morning. It was awesome. I tuned in here, watched a little bit. I wish they did more coverage for
I
the
know,
whole
just-
race.
Yeah, and just
yeah.
easier to access too.
Yeah, but yeah. How was the race?
So fun. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Nothing's ever gonna compare to my feeling of first. So like so the first 400 meters is like you kind of go in a tunnel, not many fans. You come out of this tunnel, thousands upon thousands of people lined up along the street. You're running like I don't know how familiar you are with like downtown Chicago, but there's like the bridges
Yeah.
and all that go over, and like 2 stories of people just let's go. So fun.
That's so cool.
And I didn't know what the pace was. I didn't care. I was having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
It's
So then
that orange juice, man.
it's orange juice. So then once we got out of downtown, I was like, okay, let me reassess. Where am I? What pace am I going? And then looked at my watch, like 5:30 pace I was going at.
Mm-hmm.
My goal was a sub 2:30. I love orange juice. My goal was a sub 2:30, but my like stretch goal was like a 2:25.
Oh, okay.
But also another layer to this. Pacing in a race is so boring. I don't like doing it. I know it's the most efficient way to run a marathon. Believe me, I know. But I love, like being in the moment, reacting in
Yeah.
the moment. So in the whole, a lot of the race, I was kind of like, you know what? Let me run with this group.
Mhm.
Look at my watch a few times. Look at my watch a few times. I can go to the next group. Next group.
Yeah.
Next group. At some point, I was ripping like low 520s.
Mm.
But I didn't care. I was having fun a lot.
Yeah.
Because along the whole way, like if you just like looked out to the crowd, give like get up.
Oh, they go crazy.
They go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I love going like let me hear you. I can't hear you. I love doing that. And it was so fun. So
That's
then
so cool.
I'm ripping all that. I'm obviously going faster than the pace I'd planned.
Mm-hmm.
My first half was like a 113 low.
Mm-hmm.
Mile 18 was my first gut check. I was like, you know what, that was kind of fast. I'm might be a little tired.
Feeling it, yeah.
Feeling a little bit. But they were handing out like the Morton gels.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed one, like really quickly threw it down. I was wired for a little bit. So I was like, okay, let me get back into it.
Yeah.
Able to get back into pace, into the 5:30 pace, which was already fast.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, was my 8K pace, and he was doing that for his marathon for a while. So, kudos to him.
Thank you. Mile 23, it came like a train. My legs felt fine, my core felt fine, my breathing felt fine, energy felt fine. My feet were hurting so bad,
Dang.
like right in the arches. I was talking to one of my friends. He was like, "Yeah, you kind of have flat feet," and I was like, "What?" He might be right, but my feet were hurting so bad. I could not help but slow down. I slowed down to like high 6-minute pace for the last 3 miles. I ran past 2 of my friends. They were like, let's go. And I was kind of like, but yeah, I ended up finishing. And afterwards, the corral to like get out, it was like 20 minutes of walking. That was brutal.
Dang.
Oh.
Oh.
So I was taking the smallest, like 2-inch steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I had so much fun during the race. Nothing's ever gonna compare to my first world major.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was there like a specific moment that stuck out to you more than the others?
Yes, there was a sign.
Yeah.
It was at like mile 20, I think. It was put on. Do you guys know Heartbreak Hill Running Company?
I think I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were like had put up the sign with partner with Nike. I don't know the exact.
Mm-hmm.
But the sign said, "I'm running for those that see the win in me." I was like,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
That's
I'm,
good.
I'm from a small town. Like I know
Yeah.
I'm not like a professional and people don't have their cameras on me, but like I'm representing my friends here in the small town Goshen.
Yeah, for sure.
And the ones that, like, they're I was like, oh, they're probably they're probably watching me too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make them proud.
Representing Team Vibe. We got.
Representing Team Vibe.
We hung the singlet up.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate what Team Vibe is?
So Team Vibe is, it's I'm working on getting it off the ground, but at this point, we're just, how would I describe it best? Well, we're competitive hobby joggers. Is how I would describe us.
Yeah.
Like, we still compete as much as we can. Some of us are, I would say, consider us semi-pro. I don't know where like the line is,
Mhm.
but obviously we're a small town running team, and hopefully in the future we're not just gonna be running. We'll get like triathletes, other sports. But for now, we're just a running team. We try to do as many races as we can. I love racing all year round, so if someone's like, "Hey, you want to do this race?" I'm down.
Yeah.
They can give me like a day in advance.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll be there, sure. But in the future, hopefully, like at some point in the future, if we get more fun, not more funding, if we just get funding, but hopefully in the future we'll be able to put on like events at races, like get expo booths to be able to connect with community, and yeah, like whether it be like hosting pasta parties for like a whole group.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Before road races or something,
Mhm.
or even like because like traveling can be expensive, so if we could like rent like a campground, have tons of people sleep in the campground, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hope to cut some of the cost for people to make running more accessible.
That
Sure.
would be a vibe for sure.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. What is your next race? It's the well, you're doing the turkey trot, right? You gotta be doing
Probably.
that. Okay.
I forgot about it, but yeah, I'm gonna do the turkey stampede.
Yeah. I think you got third last year, right?
I do get there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there is a chance that you're gonna get a dub.
There's a
There's
chance.
a
There's always a chance.
We'll see.
But
I'm definitely gonna be there. I don't know about Isaiah. Don't know about Max.
We'll
Producer
see.
Max.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But there's also, it's tough because there's one right near my house back home, and it's on a cross country course.
No, but you want to do the Elkhart one.
You do. It's really
It's
fun.
a little
We'll
bit
see,
short,
we'll see.
so then you can have faster times.
It's just short. I
Hack
don't
the
know.
system, and then I'll put a manual upload on Strava,
Bro, that's how you do it.
and then I'll say the course was long.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. That's the way to do it.
Hacks, runner hacks, Strava.
Mhm.
Take notes. All right. Yeah. I have one more thing. So we actually saw Sal. I don't know, a couple days, like when we were going for a run. We saw you, and you said something about the fence. There was a fence with a ton of.
Oh, this was
I just
so
thought this was funny.
This was stupid. So before the race, I'd met up with one of my teammates. He was also doing a marathon. And we were in like the A corral. We were hanging around. I was like, hey, you know what, Diego Torres. Shout out Diego Torres. I was like, you know what, Diego, I kind of gotta pee. He's like, yeah, me too. But that line for the restroom is so long.
Mm-hmm.
So we were plotting. We were like, you know what, let's find like a little corner or something because they had like the corral. And off to the side of it, they had like a grass patch that they fenced off, where like people would like sit around and wait. Like, let's go find like a corner in the little grass patch. Go pee, cover each other. Very low key. Yeah. So we go over there. People are sitting around along the north side of the fence. Like there was no cover, just 20, 30 dudes just lined up along the fence, just peeing. Like no cover, no nothing.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. And we joined.
Only runners, man.
Being
Only
like
runners.
it's a one-way fence, but
Yep. And it was like a chain link fence. So like,
yeah.
obviously all the holes and all that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
guess.
joined. We
Yeah.
went as well.
hell yeah.
Yep. It was a vibe, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna move on to our top 5. You wanna say what it is?
Yeah. So for this week, since it's Halloween's right around the corner, we're doing top 5 candies. So we're just gonna do like normal. We're gonna start off with our, number 1's our favorite, number 5's his favorite, I guess. So I'll start off with number 5. Number 5, I had Smarties.
Okay.
People hate on Smarties. I don't know why, but I don't know. I love Smarties.
I rock with Smarties.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Thank
They
you.
ain't
Thank you.
my top 5, but they're pretty good.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right. So we can just go like this. Counterclock, or is that clockwise? I think it's clockwise.
Clockwise.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Sal, you can go next. I got it.
Go Leaps.
You told
Go
me.
Leafs.
You told me candy bars. You said
That's a-
candy.
Oh,
swear
did I
you
say
said-
candy bars?
Pretty sure you said
Yeah,
candy
we'll
bars.
take it, we'll
shoot.
take
Okay.
it.
That's
but
so my
in any
bad.
case, I can still cook. So
Okay.
No, number 5. Say number 5.
Oh shoot.
What?
Are we gonna have to edit that out?
Oh, what were we doing?
No,
Oh,
leave it in.
Okay.
Leave it in.
Sorry. Sorry. We're going lowest to the highest, and we're just gonna go
Like
like.
fifth up.
my fault.
No,
Sure.
you're fine. You're fine.
All right, Three Musketeers is my fifth. I used to love them a lot more.
That's fair.
They've ranked. They've fallen over the years.
That's facts.
So-
My 5 was sour gummy worms. I thought I accidentally muted myself again. I said that because all the other ones have chocolate, and so I just kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of a guilt trip.
Sure,
like
sure.
I had something sour. So yeah.
All right. My number 4. I have to go with
Is this improv right now?
yeah. But it doesn't take a lot of brain power. So
Right.
no, I'll have to go with Kit Kats for number 4. I love them, but they're like, I don't know. Do they make giant Kit Kats?
They've got to be. There's
They
got to be
have
like
to.
a 5-pound
No,
Kit
I'm
Kat
not sure.
somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
Check Cracker Barrel. I think they got
Bro,
they sell
yeah.
like big of. those
Really?
different- I think so.
I'll have to check that out.
Maybe.
I feel like Trader Joe's would also, or Costco or something would also
Yeah.
have like
Probably.
jumbo size.
They'll just give you 80 little ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Prepackaged.
Yeah.
You gotta open them every time.
But yeah, that's my number 4.
My number 4, the dollar peach rings that you can get from any gas station. Like
Ooh.
the
Love
$1,
those.
$2. Sometimes they got
Yeah.
like 3 for $2.
Mm.
Specifically those ones.
Yeah.
When I'm struggling on like a drive, $1 and I get those.
Yeah.
They come in clutch all the time.
I respect it.
It's pretty good. Number 4, I got Twix. Especially shout out to Left Twix. That's my go-to.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only had a couple right Twixes. I usually just get the left ones. Yeah. Chill chocolate bar.
I think for me, this doesn't count as a candy, but I gotta say it. Oreos, especially Oreos dipped in milk. Oh my
It
god.
doesn't count as candy, but sure.
It doesn't, but it's I gotta count it in. That's my
Okay.
number 3, Oreos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My number 3, I would say, is Twix.
Oh, okay.
Twix are
Okay,
really
okay.
good. Yep.
Mm.
I don't got much to say about it. Number 3.
Yeah. I got Kit Kats. I like both the white chocolate and the milk chocolate. I'd say they're pretty equal. I did have a marshmallow one. That was nasty. Where's our candy bowl? Whoa. Okay. Max just sent us some candy bar from Oreo.
Wow.
That looks pretty good, actually. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the marshmallow ones. Don't try them. They give you a weird sensation. Just stick to the OGs.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Number 2 for you.
Number 2 would be gummy worms. I have nothing to say about it. They're nice.
Okay.
My 2
Yeah.
is also gummy worms.
Okay, there we go.
You underrated gummy worms.
Yeah.
I had the sour ones, but
Okay, fair
whatever.
enough.
yeah. I had the Reese's Pieces. This was one that Jake gave me.
For number 2?
Okay, I had a really good experience with the number 1 that I'm about to say.
Okay.
Just
I know,
recently.
but I'm surprised. Okay.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces. Oh, dude, like by the handful. Just yeah, you can't eat one at a time.
Fair enough.
No.
Yeah. All right.
All right. For my number 1, it's Reese's. I remember when we were talking to Jake about it at dinner, I think last night. He just nailed it. He was like, "Yeah, it's like peanut butter with chocolate. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And just the consistency's so good." I mean, Jake went on like a 5-minute explanation of it. It was perfect, but
It was funny because he's like, it has peanut butter, so you don't feel bad about it.
That's like the protein.
yeah. But yeah, Reese's is definitely my number 1.
Here, check it. You can blur. You can put a beep. I don't know what the production value is.
Oh,
in this,
shoot.
but put a bleep on the first when I said the first, and now
Oh.
this is the first.
Oh, okay.
Reese's. Reese's peanut butter.
Whoa.
Really good. Surprise, right?
Yeah, but oh shoot. Yeah.
But
Do you have a specific favorite Reese's?
peanut butter cups.
Just
Are
the-
there
just the
multiple?
OGs?
Just default.
Just
Yeah.
yeah, basic, yeah.
Mm.
I got the Reese's white chocolate ghosts.
Okay.
Dude. Holy I had one when we did the trunk or treat a couple days ago for the kids, as Anthony calls it, but for the kids. Dude, I mean, maybe it's just because I had a long day, but like, holy, that was so good. But yeah,
I know I'm not. We're good.
yeah, I just really enjoyed that one, and I wish I had more, but I only got one. So yeah,
Dang.
yep. That pretty much wraps it up, right?
Yeah. I think that was that's all we had on
Yeah.
the
Well, we
on
had
the outline. So
35. That's our longest episode yet.
I'm
Let's
a
go.
I'm a talker. Sorry.
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing.
Philosopher.
Definitely not. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was
thank you for
great.
having me.
Yeah, you're a great guest.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was another episode in the books.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks again for listening or watching or whatever. And got any last words to say? Oh yeah, I forgot. I told him before the podcast that he's gonna name the podcast. So have you thought about that at all?
I thought about it for like 5 minutes, then I got carried away. But
Lock in. Cash went in.
we're gonna make this episode 40 minutes long because I can't think of one.
We can edit it.
Let's call it day by day. How about just day by day?
Day by day.
Day by day.
We got it.
Day by day.
You heard it, folks. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya.